Well, good morning, folks. What do we got? Saturday, September 13th. Fire ban still in effect most places. Not in Halifax County where we live, though. So we're heading out to the Mersey. The top half of the Mersey is in Hants County, which is still under fire ban. But I have a route plan today, which will go up to just skirt on the Halifax side of the county line. Get in some of the more fun sections on the pipeline road, and should be a good day. This thing is like 10-12 degrees right now, Celsius. Supposed to get up around 19-20. Oh, offload, get ready to rock and roll. Do it. Not sure what to expect today. I know we've had a few little bits of rain. I don't know if we've had enough since last time we were out to really make a huge difference. We attempted this little piece of trail last winter, and got up maybe about where I am now, maybe a little bit more. The snow was just too deep and wet and hard. No one had gone through here before, so we were breaking trail through the whole thing, and it was taking like forever to get through it. So we turned back a different way. Part of the fun of doing this for me is riding trails that we don't ride regularly, or that not everyone rides, just to get off the beaten path, so to speak. Sometimes that's awesome. You get some cool trails and have some fun. Some other time you run into trails that are just not rideable, or just not worth riding, or dead end, or whatever. That is also part of the fun, the exploration and checking out new stuff. These old, worn-out log bridges are once they get dug down with the ATVs and going over them and using them a lot in the side-by-sides and stuff, they get pretty bumpy, pretty rutted. If you keep them maintained, keep the sand in between them, and keep the logs tight together, and replace logs, they're awesome. But if you don't, once they wear, they make some good ruts. for a little campfire when the weather permits, fire ban permits. The fire ban is lifted from the perspective of you can hike, walk, bike, ATV, whatever in the woods, but still no open fires. So just to be clear on that, I say fire ban, but it's not a full fire ban, so to speak. Just no open fires in these areas. Eventually we'll get enough water, rain, snow, whatever to open them up. These make cool places to come out and hang out and have a little fire if you're into that sort of thing. Danger, keep out here. Alrighty, we'll stop here at the dam. And we'll scoot on. Back out and go up and do a couple of fun loops. We're gonna go right out here. We're gonna go up the hill, do a couple of loops together, then come back down and do old Annapolis trail. Yeah, not very much for sure. Usually a bit more mud in that hole than that. Same thing here. She was in a water hole, but pretty dry right now. Well, crawl over the rocks when you can. This is another nice piece of trail. A little bit technical, nothing serious, more rocky than anything. Pick your way over the rocks. Try not to beat the bottom off your machine. Good to go. Nice little rock outcrop here. Always enjoy. Here, a little bit of a drop off, right there. Oh yeah. Get my rear hitch receiver there. That rock. is another fun piece of trail. Gets pretty technical further up. Pretty sizable rock garden to navigate through. Some big rocks, some big ruts, and big ledge to go down. Gauge the old all-wheel drive here because we are gonna go through some good technical stuff here now. Low gear because we're literally going 5 or 6 kilometers an hour. So if you listen to says sweet, you should be in low gear. They should know their product. This is a really steep hill, and even though I'm sure it doesn't look like it on the camera, but it's got some big sized rocks here. Big as my wheels, which are 30-inch wheels. It's a pretty steep hill. Really technical stuff. Not everyone would enjoy this or would be comfortable navigating it. Me, I kind of enjoy it. I've actually ridden this section of trail at night a couple of times as well. Adds a whole different dimension to it. Mode should be in rock crawl mode, boys. I honestly don't know if there's much difference between the trail or the rock modes in these Can-Am machines. I put the all-wheel drive on, whether I'm in rock or trail, it still seems to do just fine. If anyone knows what the exact difference is, throw a comment down there. Let us know. Educate me. When I'm in all-wheel drive, differential not locked, whether I have it in the trail or the rock mode. Mine is the RC model, so it's a rock crawling edition, if you will. I don't see or notice any difference in the performance of the machine in rock or trail. So I'm not sure how accurate the speedometer is at those low numbers. I don't feel like I'm going that fast for some reason, but the computer says I am. Yeah, these trails, this is a fairly technical piece of trail, and you gotta have a bit of skill, and you gotta have some comfort in your machine. To get through it. Like I said, my machine is the rock crawling edition. It has 30-inch tires, has about 15 and a bit inch ground clearance. Makes it easier, but I've seen lots of stock machines that have smaller wheels and tires ride this trail as well. Just a matter of taking your time and picking a line through that suits your machine and your skills. around me. This is a precarious spot to navigate through. Some big rocks here. Doing a speedy 2 kilometers an hour there. Tight and technical. I've been through this piece of trail in quite a while, actually. Pick this one and see what happens. It's the rockier, and I might regret that right now because I'm gonna probably hit my bottom on this rock here. Actually didn't hit on that, which surprised me. I guess that's a really high rock. Oh yeah. John Luke got his new machine, as you will have seen on last week's video when we did the install of all the parts on it, the windows and wiper and all this stuff, and trunk. I was hoping he would come for this ride today because this would have been a good ride for him to really test his comfort in that machine, because it is different. Anyone who has anyone who has ridden a ATV and then switched to a side-by-side, or vice versa, you know there's a significant difference in each machine and how you get them through all this technical stuff. And there's little tricks that you use for each type of machine. Rocks. You got a big rock there. You're about to go down over the edge of it. Oh. It was right on your rock guard, so.
Hi.
Say, once you hit the bottom there, it was right on the rock guard. That's the worst of this section, or this piece of trail. A couple of rocks here, but then we break out into open, good trail riding, back to the road, down to the next piece of technical trail. Spot. Low gear here, just because again we're riding pretty slow and it's just easier. Bit of a rock ledge here, pretty easy, very easy to side by side. Bit of a pop up, a rock ledge right there, pretty easy to side by side. A little bit of a rut if you're on a shorter wheelbase like the ATV. Front a little bit. Look at what looked like a wheel hub cap, and it is, or axle cover for a Honda machine. I saw it easily enough, so I left it there. Hopefully some of it's the old infamous, well, I will call it infamous mud hole. We've had some fun rides through this in all different seasons. I've never seen it this dry. Just take the time to drive through here, nothing to it. Nothing to it. This is really tight here. Just checking out the size of my mirrors. These mirrors shouldn't break. They're mirrors that you would find on an adventure bike. Rock ledge here, straight up, and nudged the bottom ever so gently, which is fine. This is not crazy. Just got to go slow and easy, slow and steady wins the race, is what they say. Right through here, that's for sure. Some of these trails can certainly go for a little trim. It's a little higher than I thought. Big hill, lots of rocks. Some loose. Backing down here because after lunch. I'm gonna have some lunch down here.
Going backwards because there's no place to turn.
No, had a little stop for lunch.
Is there a place to turn around down there?
There is, but it's tight, so I figure I'd back down. There. Fuck. That happens a lot, man. It's fucking annoying. There's no reason, nothing's been turned on. Yeah. I guarantee you there's something starting issue with Can-Ams in general. Andre has it with his, I have with this one. Someone else I talked to has the same thing. I used to have those lights on. I took the first set of whips off, thinking that was the issue.
Well, I thought when you first took it, when you restarted it, was kind of
Just roll along, yeah. I really, honestly believe there's some kind of a little issue with the Can-Am starters. Either they're fucking hard, they take a big draw or something, that they're not emitting. Because, and I got a bigger battery. This is a 30 amp hour battery I put in this, because I thought it was the battery, because they only came with a 20 from the factory.
Yeah.
So I upgraded that, and still doesn't. Yeah, it's weird. That's why I keep this in that little. I just keep that in the back, but I'll keep it there because this happens not every ride, but a lot of rides. More rides than it should. Alrighty, lunch is over. Make our way up the trail.
Backcountry side by side. Let's ride, let's ride. Wheels on, hard strong, we never stop.